viewers, good morning. It's 29th of November, 2024. So tell me, what's that special thing that happens today? What do you know November 29th to be? Well, it's Wake Up Nigeria, and you know how we do it here, where we talk about important issues, topical issues that affect the nation and at large. Wake up, Nigeria. Are you sleeping? Wake up from that slumber. Let's address what is bothering on us as a people in this country, Nigeria, our country, Nigeria, your country, Nigeria. Then we'll have to take a look at the dailies and see our important headlines that we'll have to talk about. But we pray that today our headlines are going to be top notch, good ones. But November 29th happens to be a national listening day. For those that don't listen to people, okay, let me put it here. National listening day of listening. Yes, National Day of Listening. You don't listen to people. You don't try to address whatever issues or whatever lapses. You don't talk. You're not keeping that calm head to listen. Okay, it's today. Please listen to anybody you've not been listening to before. If you know that for quite a long time you've not been paying attention to anybody, you've not been giving listening ears to anybody, please use today being 29th of November to listen to them, to address whatever thing that is bothering you. See that thing that is in your heart, that thing that you want to tell to somebody. Okay, say it today. Listen to them. You can actually give a call to somebody and say, okay, is there anything you want to tell me? I have all of the time to listen to you. Do it today. That is why today is special. Okay, let's delve into the topic of today, which is government policies. Nigeria is large. We've got governments, a whole lot of them in their different offices. But do you think they do the needful as regards government policies? But before we delve into this topic in full, I have my guests that I'll be bringing in. A whole lot of them. Oh my God, I can't wait. First of all, let me bring the CEO, one and only CEO of Srtv, Daddy Chris. Good morning, Daddy Chris.
Morning, ma. It's like, what a topic. Government policies. And you have a lot of men around you, Mary. You are winning. A man with many, Mary, days are coming when we're going to marry many of us. You know?
No, they say we are going to be dragging you people, even if you are married, you understand? To marry us at the end time, you understand? Just come, I'll feed you. I'll feed you.
But look at it, powerful women like you can take 4 of us now. In Jesus' name.
So they said we'll tell you people to come, we'll feed you people and get married to you people. Oh my God, I don't want to experience that kind of time. Let me be at this era where we still do the guy for
guys. You guys are still relevant.
Yeah, they're still begging us. Not that time that we'll be begging them. I don't want to really see how it's going to look like. Okay, we'll have a second guest that will be adding right now. Please, I hope you are seated before I add you up on the show. I hope you are seated. Chibuzo, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning.
Very good. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Fine.
How are you?
Okay, Chibuzo is ready. He's ready today. Let me add Prince to the show. Good morning, Prince.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Mary. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good. How are you today?
Thank God. As you can see, I'm just getting ready to go out for the day.
Yeah, I can see. I said today is 29th of November, National Day of Listening. So I hope you're going to pay attention to somebody today.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was just
somebody today. Listen to somebody. Pay attention to whatever they want to say. Don't say you are too busy. I don't have time. Do it today.
Of course, that's what as you can see, I'm trying to, share my time today with you. Even though that I would have loved, to stay throughout to the program, but I will still try my best to see what I can do before I leave the house.
Thank you so much. Okay, talking about government policies. Okay, my only two definition, I have government policies are actions taken by government to address societal issues or decisions. You understand? Taken by government. It can be either in the field of agriculture, it can be in our oil sector. There are different policies of government. But when you hear the word government policies, what really comes to your mind? Do you think in our Nigeria today, our governments, they take their actions rightly to do the needful? or you think the actions or the energy they put is into something that is not worth it, something that is not even, you understand, supposed to take their time. When you hear the word government policies, going through the topic today, I think a lot of things actually came to my mind. I said, okay, we have different kind of policies in Nigeria, or you see people still crying, still complaining about how the government, they are not doing what they need to do. Then I said to myself, okay, we have different policies. We have different government policies, right? So, but what do they do? And the thing is, are they influenced by the political arena ideas, interest, and institution? Now, I buy that interest. Interest in the sense that the policies that our governments put is of their own interests, their own personal interests, not of the people. You get, they don't really do these things that the people want. We have where our governments really do something. We have where they really think, okay, because I'm the leader, I should do this. But I feel like they do it wrongly. They don't do it in a way that they're supposed to do. Like yesterday, my topic was uh, uh, power and politics, where I talk about the wrong use of power by leaders. They have the power, but they now enforce it on people. You don't enforce power on people, you understand? But you direct them on how to do the thing in a right way. Now, I'm talking about government policies. Before I continue, okay, let me throw this one to Daddy Chris. Daddy Chris, when you hear the word government policies, right? So what really comes to your mind about our government and their policies? Do you think they take these actions rightly? What can you say about it?
Well, I think government policies are the only way society is governed.
Yeah,
Government do have to come up with certain policies to correct certain things, and sometimes to influence certain things. It's mostly to influence societal behavior, like you rightly said. You
yeah.
make that issue when there are issues. Government will make that policy to influence our behavior. For instance, sometimes government may just say, "Oh, you're not allowed to move at a particular time." They impose curfew. Again, curfew are decisions taken by the government to maybe to avert or to protect the public. So government policy sometimes can be important, yes, but it's just that, like you rightly said, in Nigeria, some of the policies they make doesn't affect them. Like at a point in time, the government of Nigeria decided to go out to make not a different policy really. The policy were already there, but to make it a priority to go after those who are looting our money. And they set
Yeah.
up agencies like the EFCC. Today, the EFCC only go after those they wanted to go after. So that's a different thing. Otherwise, government do need to come up with certain policies to address certain issues. You're right.
Yeah, God bless you. But the thing is, do you know my problem? In Nigeria, we actually act like we understand the country. It is one thing to be a leader in Nigeria, and it is another thing to understand the country. I feel like, okay, maybe we've not really come to that stage where we get people that understands the country, that have studied what Nigeria needs and how Nigeria can work. Because if it is this thing I'm seeing, talking about government policy, I was so surprised because it has to do with societal issues, it has to do with the actions taken by the government. But the actions that I see our government take, you understand, is different from what they need to do in the society. Then talking about whether we obey the laws and order, we understand. I can actually tell you that Daddy Chris, the normal Nigeria does not obey law.
But don't you
Average
think yes, Mary,
can
is there
never obey.
anybody is there anybody who want to obey the law? And perhaps that's exactly what I was saying. That government sometimes don't they prioritize things and they make that kind of policy. For instance, I always say the big word, the only challenge we have, or the societal problem, Nigerian problem, is policing. You understand? Policing. Policing is not only when you put a policeman with uniform on the street. Policing is using every means humanly possible to make sure certain things are in place. And most of them, like I said, the bank do policing. You understand? The lawyers, eh, yesterday I was in this class and they were telling us that there are certain things you cannot do. When you see that, you report to the police. See, that is an art of policing. Even lawyers are policemen. Accountants are policemen. When you do things against the law, there are ethics that they cannot follow. Then they will report it. Those are policies. Those are strategies to correct societal issues. Government sometimes don't even need to come in, but lay the decision. But government don't regulate. They don't behave. So it's difficult to see anyone working in the country. Otherwise, like I said, government do need to do it. Let me say this, Mary. Now, Nigeria have a problem. We have election problem.
Yeah.
Voting, we ring election, we buy votes and all that. The government decided to say, okay, that's policy now. That's our issue. The issue is election. Government has said, okay, let's come up with beavers. The essence of beavers is to avoid that human interaction so the election can be more free and fair.
That's true.
But now, it didn't stop them from buying votes. It didn't stop them from rigging the last elections. So what government need to now do is to ask myself, are all these policies I'm doing working? Because no policy that work in one country will work here. And I think in Nigeria, what we need is effective policing. We need cameras, CCTV is needed. That would be a policy. All right. Say, okay, let Nigeria be on CCTV. That would be a policy. Can we deal with that? Another thing, let us use AI technology to detect maybe so that if you commit crime, they will know it with your face. Only your facial feature. Those are the two things I'm recommending for Nigeria.
I think you are going for, sorry to cut you. You are going for, what will you be thinking of? AI. Do we have the technological knowledge, you understand, to be able to ascertain that?
With all the technology, people go online to do all the fraud every day. You don't have technology to do AI. Who says so? You don't have it.
The people that go online, we've forgotten that what they do is how to collect money from people.
Yes, they can use that knowledge. They can use that knowledge to police the place. If they use the knowledge to collect money, they use the same knowledge to. The AI technology is actually very cheap. It's already out there. You understand? Government need to. It's like saying, do we have CCTV? Nigeria know how to use CCTV. We have CCTV in shops now. Use it across the country so that anybody you see Boko Haram come here, you catch them in picture. That's what you need. So you know them. And with AI, with this one, the funniest thing with this AI technology, we don't need to invent it. It's already invented. We don't need to buy the machine, put it in our car, and use it to target certain places. And when you are passing, the camera, the thing will automatically detect you. It's called facial technology. That's the one I actually like. It will identify you from the millions only with your facial feature.
The reason why the other foreign countries, right, that you feel, or you list that you feel that they do these things, is because they want to scrub out corruption in their country, or maybe they don't partake in the corruption. So how will you expect, when I know that in one way or the other I'm involved in a particular something, and you expect me to scrub it out? I don't know if you get my point. Because I know that the government can actually fish out anybody they want to fish out. Where did they arrest Simon Ekpa? There is no place they cannot fish out. Wherever you hide, wherever you go, they can get you. But the reasons why terrorism, you understand, kept on growing in the country. Why I say growing is that decrease. They now form from one group to another. You know the new group that they formed in Sokoto, that even the king, the farmers are crying. The Lukarawa group, you understand, and they've been killing and all of that. They now
what's the name of the group?
Lukarawa. Yes, we read it earlier on the show on one of the papers, and now they are now working. The job that people are crying for, that is what they are doing now. The killings, you understand, has already started taking place there. So what am I saying in essence? The reason why they keep growing, they now have people. I would say that they now have junior ones under them. You understand? They now look as if these people they are now forced on their own to finish Nigeria, and they kept excelling in their evil deeds, is because these people did not just come on their own. And Nigerians don't like the truth, because when you speak the truth, you are an enemy, you become their enemy, you are in a big mess, you become a problem. So what am I saying? The reason why, and you said something earlier on when you were talking about the government policies, right? You talked about how they said people can report to the police when something wrong is happening and all of that. Will I say you people believe in the police? Then why don't you believe in the police in Nigeria?
Yeah, the problem is this. Another thing is, one, Nigerian police are ill-equipped. They are not well trained. They don't have the resources to even combat the crime in the villages, not to deal with Nigeria. Nigeria is a complex society, so you need a proper policing. And policing, like I said, it's not only the police alone that can do it. Only police will fail in England. But because everybody is working, and again, if you go to court in Nigeria, you don't get justice. In here, you go to court, at least you will get justice.
But if it's how can a how can you get justice? If you are the one, you understand, as the CEO, you build houses for maybe a particular group of people or your staff, you build houses for them. Do you know that the way they will be under you is different compared to if they are in their own residence?
Of course, I
It's not
agree.
as if you now own them, you now decide for them. So if this same government will build houses for the judges, that there should be an agreement, right?
Yeah, of course.
Even if you're not paying for the houses, you are paying your services in one way or the other. So how can you
I
judge
hear what
against
you're
your
saying.
cost? And that is why, how come these same people are the ones telling you first to go to court whenever anything happens? The first of all,
Of
you know
course,
anything. Go to court. You know what?
that has been the slogan of Nigerian government. Anyway, Mary, anybody that is in power will tell the other person to go to court. It will so happen that Nigerians, well, I so love it. You know, the what we do to one another. The mistake they all make is today it may be you, tomorrow will be the other person, and you will suffer it. You know why I said this? We know cases of injustice being perpetrated by the same Nigerians. When it comes to their turn, they begin to cry. I can talk about Obaseki. Obaseki was oppressing his deputy. The whole country could see that. But Obaseki was in power. He was making us go to court. Obaseki was in the instrument of the court. Today, now the Baba at the top is using it on Obaseki, and Obaseki is crying to us. What we're saying, it is better for the society to be governed. It's better for the police to affect everybody so that you and I, and even Tinubu can have peace. Tinubu may leave that place tomorrow and another boy may pick him up and he goes to prison. Don't worry, Tinubu can, if they take over, if the military take over now, Tinubu will be the first they will put in prison. You understand? So everybody could be arrested. Anything, what we are praying for or what we are fighting for is a just society, which is good for him and for us. But if you think it's not good for anybody, a day will come. And I think that's where Nigeria is going. When the children will say enough is enough, and they will going to revolt against us. People like you guys will revolt against us. I don't know where we're going to be there.
Have they not been saying enough is enough?
No, Mary, we've not. If you people, by the time young people really come out and they say they will not go back to their houses, Mary, you think it's simple now. By the time young people fight and they remain on the street and we shoot hundreds, 200, 300, they are still there. Tinubu will resign. The only reason is when they shoot one, the rest will run. If these children remain on the street and when you can sustain a protest for 30 days, international community will step in. When you hold a protest for 30 days, then international community will step in.
Have you forgotten that the last one, the president gave order that they should end the protest? Is it the same protest that the president will tell you stop it before the time elapsed? They know the truth.
Mary, is Tinubu a president? American president will tell Tinubu to run now, he will run. So don't worry, a time will come, who is bigger than you will oppress you. American president will tell him run and he will run. So we pray we get to the time where we have that opportunity to do so. Listen, we're going to leave you guys. Thank you very much for having me.
I'm going to add Prince. I don't know why he has been eating on the show. I don't want to add him until he's not eating.
Prince is eating.
Oh my God, that's what it is. He's eating and he said he's rushing to work. Okay, no problem. Thank you for your time, Daddy Chris.
So yes, discuss the policy, government policy. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Okay, let me ask you. Since your network is bad, Prince, all you have done it, that's when I'll add you. I cannot add you now. Your network has been very bad. Okay, just like what Daddy Chris said, we really don't do the needful. In the sense that we are in a country whereby we have government, and it's supposed to be, when they say democracy, that is why there was a time I had to go to the street. I went to the street and it's just like a survey, trying to get the thoughts of the people about democracy. Do they really think we practice democracy in the country? And you could see a lot of replies from them. And a lot of people were saying and letting us understand why Nigeria is not practicing a democratic system. Because what democracy is, the true meaning of democracy, till now, we are not experiencing. Because if it is the government of the people, for the people, and by the people, it means the government based on the interests of the people. They should read in accordance to considering the people, right, in whatever they are doing. But unfortunately, this is not how we behave. This is not how we do things. The government entirely do things in their own favor. So how is it democracy? Where the citizens don't even have the freedom to speak. They are not even free to air their view. They cannot even express themselves. It's a freedom of press. This is another way they deceived us. Me, I can't really tell you that there's freedom of press, because at the end of the day, you can actually stay in your own media house, speak on what you feel should be done, speak on what you think should be the needful, and it amounts to problem. You become a problem. You get, and that is the issue. Because if they say government policies are actions taken by the government to address societal issues or decisions, how far in addressing our decisions? How far have they put measures in addressing societal issues? Societal issues is not only when the people are hungry. I hope we all understand this. Societal issue is not only when people, you understand, cannot see work to do. That is not only societal issues. Societal issues in the sense that we have a great level of insecurity. When I say great level of insecurity, it is alarming. The insecurity in the country is alarming. So how well has it been addressed? Chibuzo, can you hear me? Because your network has been bad.
I can
Can
hear
you
you.
hear me? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not
I can hear you.
because I felt your network is very bad. So when we say societal issues,
Yeah.
our head always come towards how things are expensive, the hike in the price of fuel. But I feel like that cannot be the only societal issues. When we talk about societal issues, I feel like the greatest thing, you understand, that you can actually achieve for yourself in a country is a safe country. You understand? A country that you can come and sleep comfortably without fear of something happening to you or your loved ones. That is one of the things that we should appreciate. Okay, Prince, welcome to the show. Are you set now?
Yeah, I'm very set.
Okay, your head is cutting up a bit. I think you should adjust your phone. Adjust
Okay.
whatever device you're using. Whether the laptop, adjust it. I'll bring you back. Okay, so Chibuzo, when you hear the word government policies, the policies, right, by the government on our societal issues or the decisions taken by the government, do you think they are really working, you understand, in accordance with the government policies, the way it is supposed to be? Do you think our Nigerian government, they are doing the needful? What's your thoughts about it? Chibuzo's network is bad. Okay, Prince, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I said when you hear the word societal issues,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Government policies. So I say, okay,
Yeah.
government policies, we the definition here says is action taken by government to address societal issues or decisions.
Yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah.
Now the
Yeah.
thing is, do you think the government, they are doing the needful as regards the policies, you understand, that they set
Yeah.
down for the country? Do you think they really have our interests in heart as regards the action they take in the country as our leaders? What's your thoughts about it?
Okay. Thank you very much, Mary, for that question. But first of all, we all know the situation on ground in Nigeria currently. Going forward, I don't think if the government really have the interests of the people, considering the policies and the decisions the federal government has been taking so far, you can see the level of hardship currently going on in Nigeria.
Yeah, I can hear you.
And it's not if government really have the interest of Nigerians at heart, I think that they should have come up with the measures that can at least help the poor masses or help the ones that cannot even feed 3 square meals per day. Because in Nigeria these days, when you go out, you see a lot of people crying.
Yeah.
There is no money, there is no job, things are skyrocketing in the market. So you can see the common man can barely survive or sustain,
That's true.
which is very and is alarming. And with the way it is going, it might get to a point that the common man might end up revolting. The issue of protesting has been coming up. I think the first protest we had was on August. first week of August actually. And the government, we all know what the federal government did with the police and all of that, using their security personnel to harass innocent citizens that were just protesting without being armed. So I don't know, but I think government should look into their policies, look into their decisions, and come up with measures that will be able to help its citizens. Because is the reason why they are there is because of the masses, and our interest is should come first, not the interest of the government and not the interest of our leader. But we can see that of course our leaders, they have their own interests, their own selfish interests at mind, at heart first. So if they're really coming up with policies or decisions to better the society or the Nigeria at large, they should come up with measures or a better policy that will enable us to live and to sustain as a nation. The economy of Nigeria is not something to write home about. I think currently a dollar now is 1,600 and something naira or 17. So you can see it's not getting better.
That's
I saw there was something I was going through. I saw I think few days or last week, as the case may be. Some people were jubilating, celebrating that the federal government have finally fixed the Port Harcourt refinery. But I kept mute. I couldn't celebrate. I couldn't.
you're not even there on the show. Do you know that I have been talking about that thing?
I,
I
I
don't
kept,
see anything that will come up. The
yeah,
Dangote now open refinery. The Dangote
yes,
now open refinery.
and
The
and
fuel price coming down. This is
and,
for
and,
their
I,
own. They are doing business, Prince. They are doing their own business. You understand?
and this morning I started seeing the element of truth in it. It's now obvious that it was a scam. So in a country where the government is scamming its citizens, what would be the future? What would be the fate of the country? So you can see as it stands, we have been told or we have been informed that they are loading about 200 trucks of PMS, and
Stories.
yes, of course, these are bullshit stories. But I'm seeing there's like six trucks, and from my own source or from my own, I discovered that the petroleum they were loading was a reserved petroleum that was in NNPC reserve for like 3 years now. You can see. So the media, they have been lying to us, and they say they spent almost like something $1 billion fixing refinery, and all those things are just nonsense, just cheap. So I don't know. I don't know what I don't.
The painful part is there are things that okay, if you hear that is happening in your country, you are supposed to rejoice. You're supposed to be happy. You know, when you hear the word like refineries, but I've come to understand that even if we have refineries in all the states, you understand, even if the 36 states, Prince, happens
Yes,
to own their own refineries, because of the
yeah,
selfish interests of these people,
yeah.
the price of the fuel will still not come down.
So,
It will not change anything.
mm,
When I heard Dangote was selling lesser, imagine how much is the lesser. What is the difference from what he's selling and what other stations are selling? You
mm,
understand? So what is the difference? You see how annoying this thing can really be.
okay,
And you know that when we talk about hardship, it started from this subsidy.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
They have saved like 200 billion naira from the
Why are
subsidy.
we
Okay,
still borrowing?
where's the
How
money? Nigeria is still borrowing. Where's the
But do
money
you know
going?
that we still want to borrow money? If they say they save like maybe 2 point something billion from the subsidy, and I want to still borrow 2 point something billion to do what? Are we borrowing without making investments to return? At the end of the day, let's be realistic. I will not wake up one day and hear that the country is on collateral. Maybe that's been given on collateral. Yes, for all the money they've been borrowing. Because this oil will finish. This oil is not going to be enough. Everything is oil.
Yes.
Everything, every sector, you understand, gets that works in government parastatals, get their money from oil. How much is the state generating? Now, autonomy has been granted to the local government, right? How
Yeah,
much?
it has
It's
still
time
been
to see how much they can generate.
it been ascertained? Has it been verified?
Yes, and when I knew that it was really gonna work was when the new
Long
president came up that they should allow them have their full autonomy as regards the funds. You know, we're thinking that it's the state governors that will be giving them allocating money to them. You understand? So they said they will have full rights over the money they'll be giving to them. So they pay direct to the local government, but they will give account. But that one is not issue. If they still want to eat your money, they'll eat your money because they said they'll give account of anything they spend. But you know why I'm so happy and I really welcome that local government development because people are suffering from the grassroots that the government or the governors cannot really get to know.
and that will also help to help the grassroots communities to be holding their leaders
Yes.
accountable for something. So there will be no need of always calling to the state government or federal government. Yeah, they will now be responsible for all those local projects like pipe borehole and good hospitals and schools, like stuff like that. So to actually enable the local men and women to be accessing government is so easily for them.
When I tell people that even in this modern age, you understand, in this modernized stage of our lives, that there are
Yes.
still people, you understand, that don't have good tap waters to drink. There are some people that this same borehole that you cannot even taste because it always has taste. There are
Yeah.
people that they see borehole like bottled water. When they see borehole in their communities like bottled water. So what about people that still drink stream water? In this stage, these are the least things you can do for these people. They don't have good schools. No
That's
good schools. Yesterday on the dailies, we're seeing malaria costs how much? Something millions of naira. You understand? For drugs. Is it the
just
same drugs that we can't even find in the hospitals?
immunization now. I saw it this morning. Immunization, malaria immunization drugs. They're about to administer
Yes.
to 7 months children. So I don't know. The issue, the problem we are facing in this country is that there is so much embezzlement of funds from the all sectors of this current
But why
government.
can't it stop? Like this thing has been ongoing for quite a long time, and no change has been made. And the thing is, why is it that the only opposition and the people that are always catching that they loot money? You see EFCC. Why is EFCC always going for the opposition? The people that are with them, do they not lose money?
The
Why do
truth
we
is
have
that
particular set of people that you go and say they lose money, you want to arrest?
yes. That's the truth is that this current administration they have been plotting all this whole team of embezzlement as we can see right from the last administration. Buhari did. I won't say that he did well because honestly, our economy was very in shambles. But yeah, towards the end of his tenure, he was about to like revive Nigeria, and then this current administration in the local, he said it's his own term that he is coming to give us a renewed hope, and yet we have not even seen an inch of hope. Talk more of a renewed one. So as you can see, if you are not with them, if you cannot beat them, you join them. That is just the case currently in Nigeria. And if you
Yeah,
cannot beat them, you are an enemy, and sorry will be your name. So that is just it. It is what it is. So
no, it's really.
currently, if you are not an APC, nothing for you. So that's just the case. Well, I
And
just
tomorrow somebody will come and tell me, Prince, that these people are working. I study these things. I see it. Working in which essence? How many people are in APC government that they have caught all this while? Are they sent? Why is it the
a
only opposition
case of
party
we are all seeing the case of Yahaya Bello currently.
and
Yeah.
Okowa of Delta State?
Oh, no. I mean Yahaya Bello of
And it's the
Kogi
recent one.
that
It's the
has
most
been
recent one. Yes.
uh, go and fro and stuff like that. You can still see how much did he lose, and up to now, has anything happened or done to him? He was smiling and he was like being photographed and being filmed at all corners of the court as he was walking into the court, as if he's a hero or something.
Prince, the thing is, they came up with an excuse that because Yaya Bello has immunity from the state governor of Kogi State. But do you know
What?
that yesterday, when I saw the money he needed, do you know I was so shocked? And I understood that greed you cannot be greedy without being wicked. Do you know
Yes.
that greed and wickedness works hand in hand?
Yes.
At least you are from the eastern region, so you definitely pass through the Kogi route to go to your
Okay.
place. Have you seen how local that place is? How underdeveloped Kogi State is? Then I said to myself, so Kogi State could actually make such kind of money, such kind of
Yeah.
amount in that kind of place.
Yet one man, just one man, is sitting on it. Is sitting on it just for his own generation. You can see how our leaders are being so selfish and so greedy. That's the level of selfishness and greediness in our leaders.
Apart from the main local that is just not even too fine, oh, you understand, manageable. Every other place is just lands filled with bushes. Filled with
If
bushes. Nothing to
if
do with those lands. Nothing.
if we can do this, how more? Though let me not go about judging the current administration in the state, though it's their business, but at the same time is our business collectively because we are all Nigerians.
But,
So,
but have you seen that the roads in Kogi State is just so bad? We know that road is not even an achievement. But the list, can they even do the list? Let's know that they're even working. And he was a young governor that we actually expect, because we said they should give space or room for the young people. So we believe that the young people, we do better. We do more.
Yeah.
But he being a young person, I really can't figure out what he did. What he did there as the governor. By the end of the day, can you believe me that he's still going to come out free?
it was a statement, of course. Nothing will happen to him. Of course, it's the winning team, and the winning team is APC, and they are currently ruling Nigeria. So he feels that nothing will definitely happen to him, but that is what it is anyway. Nothing is going to happen to him. It just all those things they are doing is just for formality's sake, and let people not come and say, what about Yahaya Bello, that stuff like that. So
to him, his own time, and all of that. Formalities. You understand?
yes, actually,
Formalities. Okay, now let's talk about what about the ones that they finally collect the money from? The money they say they lose, like, let's talk about, these people dealt with MFL very well. So they say they were able to recover this amount from MFL, they recover this. Why is there no level of transparency? So why don't we know what they did with the money? And we are still borrowing, we are still broke. So how comes? If you collect the one they looted, all the millions and billions of naira, and we are still broke, at what point or what use is it?
the truth is that any money that will be recovered from any government or any administration goes directly into their pockets. So there is no channel, or there is no source that is supposed to monitor or supposed to be in charge, to make sure that the money recovered is being judiciously. So rather, what they do is whenever they recover such goods or such treasures, they take it by themselves, and it goes the same way. They always shares even the borrowed money they borrowed from overseas, like the loans that they were collecting from China, from the past administration. What did they use it to do?
Nothing.
You can see the federal government does have a tangible project to boast of, that you can say, yes, that at least I can say that the only thing that past administration did was making sure Nigerian went back to agriculture. Yeah, that was the only thing. And it was not like that. They totally empowered the farmers.
It's people, yes.
Look at what is happening, the terrorism, the bandits, the kidnapping, killings, and all sort of that going on in the far north. The killings, so the farmers are very scared. They can't even go out on their normal daily routine, going to their farms and their farm product without being kidnapped or being killed.
If you don't kidnap them, you will destroy their farm products. How sad.
Level of insecurity. And these are the issues that the government should deal with, and let all those things be gone and gone forever. So these are the things at least they can do better. They can do more to make sure they end this issue of insecurity, banditry, and kidnapping. I think they can do more on that side. And though I can still say that the reason why it's all been like this is that it's because if they are not in support of it. But now, how long will it take Nigeria to end those terrorists? How long? These have been the reason they came into power. They promised us in 2015 they are going to put it to rest. Up to this moment, we are still suffering from it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. where we are heading to in this country. Sometimes when I look at the situation of things, I just feel like anyway, it's none of my business.
Are you not part of the people that believe that Nigeria will get better? Or are you part of the people that believe that we are finished? You understand? It's not getting better anytime soon.
Time I believe that, but I don't think if Nigeria will get better anytime soon or any moment.
The system has been corrupt. If this one is leaving the seat, they try to make sure that the next person that is coming is from them. Then they keep the same system, the same corrupt practices. Is there anybody that our government cannot fish out? Where did they arrest Samuel Ekpa? Finland.
Yeah.
Was it in Nigeria that they arrested Nnamdi Kanu? No. So, but people are inside your country, coming into a community, finishing the old people in the community and leaving, going to farmlands, destroying their farm products, killing these farmers and living scot-free without anything happening to them. And they have been doing this thing over the years and nothing has been done. So tell me how you want to tell me that these people have us in heart. Because I don't believe that they are okay. My boss actually joined the show earlier. You were not there.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how in the foreign land they use AI to get people, maybe pick out their faces, anybody that commits any crime and all of that. And I said to him, I know that to some extent, Nigeria, we've not gone to that level technologically, right? To be able to do these things. We don't have that technological capacity. So he talked about the fraudulent people that really try to drag money from people, a kind of connive money from people. So I said, okay, fraud is actually different. You get my point? So let's even not talk about the technological parts. We have security. We have forces. When a big man has money, you can actually employ police for yourself. You privatize this police. But this police work for our government. I can't understand that we no longer have the respect for our police, but it depends. It was how they actually portray themselves. That's for them. So we don't still have only police as our security force. We now have soldiers. We now have Navy. We now have Air Force. There are many. I understand that maybe Air Force, they are not supposed to be working on our normal streets, you understand? Same with navies. But we have soldiers everywhere. Yeah. Yet, can you count over the years that this thing has been happening? The terrorism. And they are giving birth to more people. And that is why the new group they formed in Sokoto has now come, you understand, to invade the people and still kill them. Yeah. You get my point?
About 3 decades. It's over 2.5 decades now. We have been battling insecurity in Nigeria, serious insecurity, especially terrorism. So I don't know. I don't know what government their plan is about it. I don't know. What I know for sure, if they really want to end it, they will definitely end it. But it seems that they don't want to. That's just the truth. And
yes, I talked about crisis in the country. You understand? We think when we say the country is in a big mess or in shambles, it's only when people cannot afford to eat. It's not only about food. It cannot be only about food. It cannot be only about the hike in the price of things. Can we still see the importance of security?
Those things are still contributing to the hike in prices because the farmers are no longer going.
For insecurity is the problem.
Nobody wants to risk his or our own life going to the farm. We don't want to die now. So it's very, very bad and terrible. So to just do something about it. So and I don't know what plans they have in curtailing the measure the hardship in our nation right now. But as you can see, the period is right the corner. And once we just, it's almost a few days now, will be in December. Only God knows what will be the amount of petroleum.
December comes the difference. So anything that you're buying 500 now, start keeping 1,500 or 2,000. There's the spirit of December that says when it's December, things should be expensive. There's the spirit of December that says now you can travel to East maybe for 15,000, but when it's December, they will now bring the spirit to make it 25, 30K. I don't know what is special about why December should be expensive. Why the festive people to rejoice and travel, why you are not making it expensive for people? Then the same fuel you are paying for, you are buying now that made you to travel 25,000 to December. Later in the year, so maybe February, March, you still begin to go back to 15,000. You understand? Yeah. 10,000. What is happening? Have you seen that there are also problems of ourselves? In the sense of that one, I'm not even going to blame the government. Even we as Nigerians, we take advantage of things. I ask myself, what is now special that December travel must be more expensive? Do you know that it's not like a normal thing? How can it now be a normal thing in the country? That if you want to travel December, it must be expensive.
Yes, exactly.
You know, it's even applicable to flights. Yes, it's applicable to flights. Yes, flight is expensive. It's even there now. Like when you check their flight rates,
And Mary,
they tell
it's
you
only in
from
December.
December so dates to so dates, flights will begin to pay so amounts. Flights.
Exactly.
Imagine.
All those things boils down to the cost of petroleum. I know that the cost of petroleum is still contributing to it, but at least we as a citizen, we can still do better. Like in terms of that, trying to make sure that skyrocketing prices of are not necessarily the way out or the way. Some companies like transport companies should as well look. I don't know if they have a governing body that check its modus operandi. They should check the operate, and yes, especially the fare. So I don't know. The one thing that baffles me in this country is that have any regulator in any sector, and that's why things are not working, and that's why the corruption keeps growing and growing and growing, and now
Giving birth
it's
to more
yes,
corruption.
the monstrous corruption that we are fighting like this is not a monster. It's no longer a bit of corruption. So I think we should do better as a nation, setting up a regulatory body that can be able to check, that can be able to make sure that things are going properly in this nation. Like when you go to the market, price things are going up, even when things are supposed to be okay, a little bit fair and down. You find it's still going up because there is no regulatory bodies, and these things are the issues why Nigeria is suffering like. And I think government or whoever, I don't know, should try to implement such things, and rather they are leaving those things to be using something that to be their own benefit. So I don't know. Let's see.
That's true. That's true.
I,
Thank
I
you so
want
much,
I want to add
Prince.
something, Mary.
Uh,
Yeah, before you add something, I think Prince will want to start going because it's Prince. I think it's time, right? Let me not
Oh,
keep you waiting.
nice
thank
meeting you for the first time.
thank you.
All
Okay,
right.
it's time so that you can go to wherever you want to
Good
go to.
morning.
Okay, have a nice day, Prince. Have a nice day at work.
I'm
I
having
wish
very
you
bad network, so I'm not
yeah,
hearing you
network
clearly.
is
So
bad.
maybe by
Bye. Okay, yeah, actually, the network has been bad since today. I didn't want to keep Prince waiting because
have a nice day.
he told me he was going to leave on time because of work.
Stay out of Nigerian trouble. Oh. Don't fight
He-
police on the way.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yes, yes.
You know
Okay.
the thing is
Like what
it,
you were saying, it was very, very interesting. Oh. Once it comes to what we were discussing, once it comes to X-Mass, things will go higher. But once it's
no,
time of Salah,
there's this specialty that comes with expensive things in December. That once it's December, do you know that I was only talking about transportation. Even the normal thing you buy, you will see that even this rice they sell. They want to sell it more
yes,
expensive.
yes, yes. Everything is
Tomato,
going to rise.
but they know that
Yes,
the
yes,
things you need, it is not the amount you buy meat now that you buy in December. That one is
yes,
still got. Can we see that even we also have our own rules that we don't play rice in? Then tomorrow we start shouting government, government, government. Yes, we are here, we tackle the government, we complain about what they do. But what about we as a people? What do we do for ourselves as Nigerians? You get, as Nigerians, what do we really do for ourselves? Why do we make it difficult for ourselves as Nigerians? Tomorrow we try
you
to
know,
shift
you know,
on other people.
really, I will see. It didn't even see boys down on government because they started this. There's no price control in this country. They started it. There's a lot of fights going on in this country, in the Christian body and all that. You understand? Which people don't talk about it because they feel that when you talk, maybe something's gonna happen to you. There's a lot of things happening. You understand? A lot of things is happening that we don't even know. The forces fighting the ordinary man, the individual, the formative is very, very strong. You understand? So there's a lot of things that when we'll be looking at it and be discussing it, we don't know the root cause of it. The root cause. If you know the root cause, you will not be able to comment on it.
I hope you
You
are not going
understand?
spiritual. Because the Nigerian problem is not spiritual.
No,
We are the problems of ourselves. Our leaders are not helping us.
no, I'm not talking of spiritual, nothing like spiritual. This is just what one thing is that once in this country, once things start going higher,
It doesn't
to
come down.
come down is it doesn't come down. Once government start increasing something, it will keep on going. That's why Tinubu say he's going to stop. He's going to start where Buhari stop, and he did for exactly what he said. You understand? From day one till now, nobody has ever enjoyed his government. You understand? So the thing is, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not funny, and it's not funny. But it's not
It's
funny.
not.
This country, eh?
It's not Chibuzon.
It's not funny. You understand? It's like when you are driving a car, maybe the car starts smoking, like bringing out smoke. They will still change oil. The oil we are using to drive Nigeria since 1960 of independence, they've not changed the oil. It's still the same oil we are using to drive Nigeria till today. That's why you are seeing all this smoke up and down. You understand? They've not gotten a new oil to put the engine, to put inside the engine of Nigeria to start moving, to stop bringing us smoke. You understand? So there's a lot of things, and the system is not going to change as long as the old people with the same mentality, the same pattern, the same corruption system is still in power. It's not going to change anything. You understand? And the funny part and the worst part of it is that the more they are there, they are grooming. You understand? They are mobilizing more people that will take over from them. That they will teach. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. Just imagine that if, assuming that Wike succeeded in what he wanted to do in River State, just imagine how River State would have been like. You understand? That
Yeah.
governor would just be there without being useful to the people of River State. No matter what happens between their 2 years, he was his first years, but just imagine that he succeeded in doing what he wanted to do. You understand? At the initial time, they say he was demanding 25% of Rivers
But
allocation.
I hope you know that at the end of
Assuming
the day,
that, let's assuming that,
not backing up. I hope you know that it's not backing off.
yes, yes. So I know he's not backing down because higher sides now they wait for him 2027 to take power from him, like the way they did in Edo State and on. You understand? That's the highest thing they can do. So, because as it stands now, SIM card,
But that's just the truth. Definitely,
Kubara,
when you talk about
SIM,
taking over power, it's something I know, you
yes,
understand, that must happen. You actually want to
yes,
come and take over the
yes.
power. But that's
They
not
will first
supposed to
declare
actually
us.
be my major problem. They should take the power. But as long as the man stands for the
Yeah,
truth and cares about the people
yes,
of
that's what I'm
Rivers State.
saying. Yes, that's what I'm
Because
saying. If not
if
that he
he's not doing
succeeded in
the
fighting
right
this,
thing, they would have not been coming to fighting. The reason they're coming to fighting is
yeah,
actually doing the right thing. You get my point? So it
yes,
is what it is.
yes,
It is something that must definitely come. That must definitely occur.
yes,
But even if it's just this is first thing that he's able to maybe do some things rightly in the states, it's still fine.
yeah,
It's still okay. You must not
yeah,
always go back for the second time. So that's just it.
yes.
The thing
So
is, you said what?
I said that's the problem, my dear. The same old system we are using, the same old system till today, since 1950 to
Nigeria
today,
is
no change.
sometimes when I think
Somebody
about
has, somebody has, yeah,
when I think about
go ahead.
Nigeria and its problems, then I said to myself, is it that the problem is because we are big? Let me know if, first of all, that should be our major problems. Or is it the problem is because we don't know how to get good leaders for ourselves? Or the leaders has not taken over that our own vote don't even count. So we are not even the one electing them. You understand? It is now something of inner calculus. They now put somebody they
Mm,
want for themselves and deceive us with voting. People will be stressing themselves to get voters card. I want to get voters card and everything, as if it's counting. By the end of the day, it's not just because the country is big, because the country is not only ruled by only the president, and that is why you have governors for different states, and you have local governments. We talk about local governments. We've not
eh,
even come
do you
down
know
to
the problem?
with our kings. Yet
Yeah,
Nigeria is
yes.
still in shambles.
There, there's Royal Highness. Yes, they're up and down. You know the problem, Mary? The problem is marginalization. Like this mindset of with some with every part of Nigeria. You understand? So they feel like, oh, that Nigeria is not big. It's big, yes, quite alright. It's the biggest country in Africa, but we
But
have
it's
the
not big that
capacity,
you
we have
cannot
the
rule it.
resources to
It's not
sustain the
big that people
country, to
cannot rule
carry the
the country.
country.
If somebody that understands Nigeria, you
Yes.
understand, that understands the country
No,
very
you
well.
can rule. They can. That's why they have. Yes, that's why I have the governors, ministers.
Chibuzo, we are only talking about
See,
governors.
there's a
We're
lot
not
of
talking about local
hatred.
government.
They are
Have
still
you
carrying
forgotten
that
that we have
hatred and
senators?
bitterness.
Can you
You
count the
understand? Let me
senators?
choose this.
We have senators as well.
That is
In
it now.
fact,
Even
the
senators,
places
eh? Yes,
that our money
yes.
is going to too much. The people that are taking Nigerian money is too much. At the end of the day, they'll pay senators. They'll pay governors. President will get his own pay. Local government will get their own pay. You understand? All of these people, ministers, what is their job? What have they been doing? Why are they not coming out to tell us that this is what they are doing? Why is there no communication? Why is there no transparency? Why are we not really getting to
Because
understand what?
you know why? Because they've done it in the past. Based on how you are talking of government and policies. Those policies, those laws is in the favor of politicians. Then when somebody can enter, can become a governor and look at the law that governs the state and amend it to suit him, to suit whatever thing he wants to do. You understand? So that you don't question him, whatever thing he's going to do will be in his favor. You understand? That's where the problem is. You know what I mean? That's the reason why these things cannot get better. Assuming that, let's say that law really like works very well in this country, you understand? And they're following the law. Like in an organization, once you're working in an organization whereby they audit, they do things rightly, correctly, do you know that you'll be scared? Because the small thing you do, if you're caught, you'll be punished, you'll be sacked, you'll go on suspension. You understand? How many? Okay, just imagine the president of America stepping down for the vice to contest for the second time, knowing people that he's not feeling fine. Even if somebody is dying on the sick, the president of this one is dying, is on the sick bed to die. The person is going to announce. Is the person going to announce that he's not fit again to lead the country? If possible, they will look for a way to clone the person. If possible, you understand? Those people they have what we call they have value system. You understand? They have value system. Our own here is not like that. If I do something as a head, as a leader, and I admit that this thing I did is wrong, and the law is okay, maybe is also prevent that, oh, this thing this person did is very wrong. You know that the other people and I, maybe that thing I do is supposed to take me to maybe prison or punish me for it. There's a punishment for it, and I was punished for it. Others will be scared now.
That's
Others will
true.
be scared. As long as the foundation is faulty, you can never get it right. You can never get it right. So Nigeria needs disintegration. I'm telling you, they need to come if they want to stay together. They just have to call all the ethnic groups in Nigeria. Let them come, draw the map on how Nigeria will continue to function. With this kind of post system, this pattern we are using now,
It can't.
Nigeria can never get better.
It
That's
can
why
never get
when
better.
you asked me yesterday,
It can never get better.
that's
We
why
need
when you
to do
asked
better. We
when you
need to
asked
do
me
better.
yesterday, when you asked that's why when you asked me yesterday that I should tell Nigerians something, I said, what am I going to tell them now? Am I going to give them hope that it's not going to work?
Don't
What
worry,
am
I
I
will
going to
not
tell
ask
them?
you that.
How for how
I
long?
will not ask you that question
Eh,
today. I will not ask you
for
today.
how long are we going?
Because I know that
for, how,
you're not
for
ready
how
to
long
tell
are
us
we going
anything.
to keep on deceiving Nigeria? Ah, now until we start saying the truth, Nigeria is not going to get better. That's why I was laughing those attacking the video before the video make that comment. How many times when Tinubu um, are taking loan or borrowed money, what did he use it and do? What was he used for? Nothing. One man, what is his name, came out and said that he saved $200 billion from first subsidy. Where is the money? They're still borrowing money. Hey, you know about it, I think I heard when he was being interviewed on the television, he said that the money that Tinubu used and bought the private jet was not approved by National Assembly. Just imagine the kind of joke we are making in this country. So it was not approved. Then he went ahead and used the money. So there's a lot of things. Chetima went to office. He said he allocated how many 14 billion naira to just 14 billion just to build house for him. You have how many billion they mapped out to renovate Asorok, wasting money up and down. You understand? See, there's one language money tells us. Money tells us that if you serve me today, I will serve you tomorrow. But Nigerian, we don't serve money. You understand? Today, the country don't serve money. So the money cannot serve us tomorrow. So we keep on borrowing. I've not seen somebody that just go and get money. You spend it without anything, no investment. How will the money come back?
How will it come back?
What Tinubu will do there is to put Nigeria in serious debt. At the end of the day, he will go. Another
But the
person
many
will come, bring this up.
they made billions of naira for fuel subsidy. But now they still want to borrow 7 billion of naira.
That is the problem. Where is the money? Borrow and share.
To do what?
Borrow and share.
They will keep being in credit.
Borrow and share.
So let's not be at the reason for collateral.
You understand?
Yeah, that Nigeria is in collateral. You understand? You will not be paying money that you don't know where it's coming from.
Yes. Collateral damage. Bro, that's why I love. There's one. I don't know why they didn't fight Burna Boy. There's one Burna Boy interview that he said that Nigeria was not a country. It was a company, Royal Niger Company. It wasn't American that explained that particular thing, particular issue for us.
At the time, when you are studying, even when we wanted to write jam, you understand, during those times, they teach you when they talk about the Clifford Constitution, you understand, then they'll tell you about the Royal Niger country and how the Northern Amalgamation of 1914, all those things they'll teach you is there in the government. It's not like maybe it was wrong or anything. Yeah, it is what it is.
Have you even asked yourself? Why they scrap out history of this country? So Nigeria, as big as Nigeria doesn't have history.
Let's go on a quick break. Don't worry, let me go on a quick break. When I come back, we'll continue before we cut the show out. Because if I don't go on a break now, we might end up forgetting. Don't go anywhere, viewers. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. Srtv Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to Srtv Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious Srtv Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190 or email us at realestate@securradioandtelevision.com. Srtv Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
Okay, welcome back, viewers, from that quick break. We're still on the show, The Wake Up Nigeria. And this time, it's newspaper review. Time to review the newspaper. Time to see what we have on the dailies. NLC, what's up? What's the NLC saying? Talking about the strike and all of that. At the end of the day, it is one thing to go on a strike, and it's another thing to really understand the reason for going to strike. Because at first, the labor, they went for strike as regards the minimum wage. At the end of the day, they come up to an agreement of 70,000 naira. After everything, the NLC president came up with the whole talk of betrayal by the president, the government, and all of that. So they want to still go on another break. They want to go on a strike again. But the question is, even the 70,000 naira, is it the way forward for Nigerians? Can 70,000 naira really help out a normal Nigeria right now in this present time? Except you're not paying house rent. You pay house rent, you pay transportation to work, you feed for 70,000 naira. It's not even worth it. So that is why when I see the complaints coming from them, the labor wanting to go on a strike and all of that, I really don't see the importance of it, because at first I feel like the president of the labor, Mr. Joe Ajero, really didn't do what he was supposed to do, because as of that time, you brought up a particular price that you said the government should pay, that this is what you want. Why accept, or why finally agreeing to the terms of what they said they're going to pay? At the end of the day, not even all the states that accept to pay that same amount. There are still other states that are at stake, that have not really come out to say, okay, we are going to pay this amount. Some are silent about it. Some have not really started paying. Some have not really said, okay, this is even what we are going to pay to the state. They are coming out to make you feel like they don't have up to that amount to pay. So you can see how annoying it is. Even though we know that the government jobs, the labor, they're actually fighting for mostly the government parastatals, the government workers. I quite understand that it's not even applicable to the private sector. But going on this strike, sometimes they don't really come out. What I'm saying in essence is they don't really come out with a tangible result. They go on a strike, they tell them to go back, that they will listen to their plea, or they will come to an agreement to whatever they request for. Then they end the strike, they end whatever strike they want to go for, or whatever strike they started going for, and at the end of the day, they come back to normal. The same thing keep happening. So how come as a president of Labour, the NLC chairman, how come you really can't understand these people and know that this is what they are really doing? You understand? I know that, okay, I will actually say this is what I want. I'll make a decision for the people, for the labor force. This is a decision I'm making, and this is a decision I'm standing by. Because I feel like the whole strike is actually just a common threat. After all, tomorrow, ASU will come and tell you they want to go on a strike. Didn't they do it? The NASU, didn't they do it? They did. They went for a strike. What has been done? Sometimes it's really not even about the strike. It's about the dialogue. Initially, what was the agreement at first? Why did they even accept in the first place that, okay, we're going to accept this amount? And now, it's not going as planned. Okay, let me see the big story on the Punch. There's a big story on the Punch. I think it's talking about the labor. It says, labor, on the top, we have minimum wage. Labour, state hold last minute talks ahead Monday strike. NLC mobilizes for total shutdown. State hopeful of beating December 1st deadline. Now they're coming up for another strike. They keep on going on strike. The first time they went for a strike for this 70,000 naira minimum wage, when they actually had to put it to 70,000 naira, I said it earlier on that they will still go on the strike. So do we keep on going on a strike for salaries to be increased, for minimum wage to be increased? Do we keep going on salaries? I felt like it was not even the minimum wage that I was supposed to fight for. It was supposed to fight for the control of pricing. There should be a pricing policy whereby even if they collect the 70,000 minimum wage, it will not be telling on the people, because right now it is choking. Like, it is choking. Things are just extremely expensive. Things are so expensive that even when you fight for this money, I am still not seeing the use of it. I am still not seeing how it's going to be helpful. I don't know for others, but to me, that 70,000 naira, we do nothing. We do nothing in the lives of these people. So Joe Ajero is just fighting for something I really don't know. I feel like he needed to do better because he doesn't know the power he holds as the president of NLC. He was supposed to really stand for the people, you get, and do the needful. Still on the punch, we still have another story moving forward that says, okay, at the top we have Port Harcourt refinery controversy surrounds NNPCL claim on operation. I'm really not having much to say about the Port Harcourt refinery. I know that it has been on the stories for like 3 days now, talking about the refineries and everything. At the end of the day, I know all these things will come up. You always hear one thing or the other as regards the refinery. Why I will still say what I'm saying. If they like, they should open refineries in all the 36 states. If you people don't have us in heart, there will still be no change. It will still make no difference because things will definitely be expensive. The fuel that they increased actually led to most of our problems today because it led to the increments in everything. I'm not even talking about insecurity that is really telling on us even to date. I'm talking about the fuel subsidy. If you're actually going for a fuel subsidy, then there should be plans. There should be plans set in place, right, to balance the whole thing. These things are not balanced, and that's what we talk about government policies. What are the actions that is being taken by the government? What are the policies that is being taken by the government for its people, in the interest of its people? They keep borrowing. What are the policies? The policy is it about borrowing? When they borrow the money, what do they use it for? Because I believe that every human being that wants the best for him or herself, even if you go for borrowing, there should be need for investment. So what do? Do you borrow at the end of to use the money, right? To share within yourselves. I don't know. Maybe because there's no transparency. I'm just saying based on what I feel. Where did they put this borrowing of money for? Because apart from the Port Harcourt refinery and the one of Dangote, right? I really don't know if I can really curtail or tell that this is the project that is ongoing. So as annoying as it is, the topic today is government policies. There are no policies. The actions that I can is for their own interest. And for their own interest, selfishness, for their own selfish interest, not for the people. And that is why I am not blaming the people that says there is nothing like democracy. We are not practicing democracy. Because true democracy is not what I'm saying. There's no true democracy. Before you came in, I was talking about the labor and the strike. Like, it's just so annoying. The NLC president didn't do the needful. And I'm still saying it. They want to go on a strike for 70,000 naira. That will do what in the life of the average Nigerian today? That will do nothing. That will add to nothing in the life of our Nigerians today.
They are the same people, so there's not. They are the same people. They are not going to change anything. You know, we practice more of dictatorship, not even democracy. Dictatorship.
There's no democracy.
There's nothing like they say. Democracy, the way it's being explained, very simple. Government of the people, for the people, and by the people. It's not working. We don't practice democracy. It's dictatorship. What you detect is what you have. If you like, that's why this man has been firing ministers, fire and replace. I got to think whether I was thinking like, oh, maybe these are the people that helped him to win the election. He's just settling them for some period of time or what? I don't understand.
Okay, I saw a story here that says Tinubu seeks France collaboration on food security and education. They are always, if they are not collaborating with China, they are collaborating with India. They're not collaborating with India.
Audio collaboration.
If it's not Togo.
Audio collaboration.
Jamaica. If it's not Jamaica, it's UK. If it's not UK, it's US. They are signing one bill. They are doing one thing. I don't really know how come they are not seeing it. You understand? We are not really seeing it in action. Where it is working. Even if there's a level of transparency in the country, even the government policies, we should have been seeing it. Because to me, I don't really see if there's any policies, except it is not the way we understand what government policies should be. You understand? I can't really see any policies that are put in place. These people just want you to vote them in power and continue to do whatever they want to do. And it keeps rotating.
The annoying part is that you didn't even vote them. You understand? When you vote people, I don't know whether that is the mindset they are bringing. Like, if you reject them, if their people reject them, when they come with that crook,
Okay, Chibuza, I think your network is bad. I'll bring you when it's stable. Yeah, at the end of the day, I understand what people are trying to say. When they notice that, okay, this particular region voted them well, or let me say this state voted them well, they happen to get enough votes from this state. Okay, they're happy with this particular state because you're able to vote them in. Now I'm talking about, for example, if Chibuzo, let me say a particular government notice that during when they are calling the votes, you understand, the results, maybe in the eastern region or in the southern region, they didn't get much votes. When they enter, you will not see them doing much things in that state. As annoying as it is, it's just so sad. But this is not supposed to be how it's supposed to be come, or how it's supposed to come to play, right? We are supposed to have leaders, right, with a mindset of having the interest of the people at heart, of not being selective in the way they govern the people, of not being selective in their leadership role. These people should not be treated differently from the other people. You know, if there is this level of equilibrium in the way we do things, we should have not been here, or we would have not been here complaining, lamenting of the same thing over and over again. Because even if you come here tomorrow, we're still going to talk about government and its problems. Okay, still on the punch, we have money laundering. US-based Nigeria may get 20-year jail term. And that's what is on page 5. Moving forward, we have suspected herdsmen kill Ogun chief on farmland on page 4. And we have a job creation, not part of my mandate, coming from Labour Minister. Still on the punch. The last story on the punch, we have NAFDAC, mom saw fake malaria drugs. I think that's one of the good story I can actually say I've been able to come across today. Because you see people die of fake drugs up and down. Like, you go and buy a drug, you wouldn't know that it has expired and you die. At the end of the day, expiry drug is different from fake. I really don't know where they produce the fake ones that they sell to people. Please, we know we have a lot of health practitioners. We have people that even open the close by chemist store, and they sell to people as regards maybe self-medication. People that feel like, okay, I'm having a headache, I want to go maybe down to the nearby store and get drug for myself. Please, let's be careful out there, because you really can't, as a person or as someone who is not in the medical field, it's very difficult to dictate a fake drug over the one that is not fake. But thank God for NAFDAC that is working. I'm really not doubting this, because at least in one or two times occasion, I've been able to notice where they go to this pharmacy, go to this chemist shop, try to get what they even check more is drugs that maybe are to even expire, like maybe in a month or 2 months time. They make sure they bring them all out of the store, because drug is one thing that is important in the life of human. People must take drug, because whether you like it or not, people will fall sick. So it's like something that if you're not taking it today, another person is taking it today. If you're not taking it tomorrow, another person is taking it tomorrow. So it's like a day-to-day consumption of individuals. They must take it, and it's important. So the fact that there's unavailability of drugs in our hospitals doesn't mean that our health practitioners should not do better in terms of knowing the rightful drug to buy. They cannot go and be getting fake drugs. They are fake drugs. People die as a result of drinking the wrong drug. You might be sick, and sometimes, why is it that maybe you are sick, you are even getting better? There's a kind of drug you take, and it will even end you at that point, which is really, really bad. It's really, really sad. We can actually do better in the country. Kudos to NAFDAC for the work, for the job well done. They should keep doing the needful. They should keep working towards the betterments of the country, towards the interests of Nigerians, of its citizens. And also the story is still on the point that talked about um the man that was actually killed by herdsmen in the farmland. May so rest in peace. But these are things we see. At first, we used to hear killings in Jos, killings in Benue, killings in Kaduna, in other northern region, the east and all of that. But then I was only saying this, that the western region, I think, was fair enough. That was there, not now. I do say to maybe one or two people that the Western region is fair enough as regards the insecurity level, like killings. You hardly hear killings in the western part of the country, but not so anymore, because subsequently or frequently I've started hearing the killings that's been taking place in the Western region. States like Ogun, Oshun, they are not free, even in their farmlands. And how people cannot really freely go to the farm. How these herdsmen or these terrorists invade their farm and take away their crops. You understand? So it's really sad because at the end of the day, whoever these people are, they're really taking over almost every state, almost every region. They are not dealing with people. This is what we are calling on the government. We have security, we have the police. I think they should equip them the more and send them out to work. I don't think their work should only be done in the offices. They don't need to just stay in the offices or just the checkpoints. I think they should go out more and see how they can rescue people that are really dying in these local communities where these people operate, in these local regions where these people operate. Because these same people are suffering for survival. They don't even have good places in this local region. No good water, no good roads. Then there's supposed to be security. You cannot be suffering in every aspect. If there is no money, no good water, no good road, you survive by the product you farm, right? When you harvest your product, these are the ways you survive. Maybe take it to the market to sell, you take some for consumption, for your personal consumption. Then there should be comfort where you are as regards how you can stay peaceful in that community, as regards security. These people cannot really be free to invade these places and keep on killing them. It's really sad, it's really annoying. They should really see how they can actually come to the aid of the people and do the needful and save these people from these everyday killings. They keep on coming, they keep giving birth to other younger terrorists that are still coming up. And if we continue like this, then Nigeria is definitely going to be in a mess. Because I feel like if you're operating for over a long time, you now have so much access to do whatever you want to do. They have been doing this thing over the years. They didn't start now, and they keep growing, and they're still working, and they're still destroying. They cannot, you understand, be neglected like this. We cannot keep being nonchalant. The government should not keep being nonchalant about these things, because these things appears on the news. It is not just we seeing it and saying it. It's everywhere on the news. It's not something you come up and say, I've never heard of insecurity, I've never heard of killings. No, it's there. We know that it's there. The killing has been taking place everywhere. People houses, people farms. Farms are even the worst. So we know about it. So the extent that sometimes even the IDP camps, they are not even safe. So they go to almost every places, you understand, where they know that people stay, where people even need help the most. They go there and make sure they destroy and kill these people. So it's something that everyone knows. It's something that I feel like the government, wherever they are, they know about it. They can hear about it. They know that we need their help. They know that we need them to actually come to our aid as regards security. If state policing will be the best, which I know state policing would have actually be the best, they should actually start looking into state policing. Let's see how we can get these people more closer to us. It cannot be this way. The way that I've been operating has not been bringing any change. No change has been made. And also, still the story on the punch. We have here a Nigerian US, right? A Nigerian person that is based in US that will bag 20 jail time because of fraud. I quite understand that the fraudulent act is not something that we can really stop right now because it has taken over. People have been practicing it, people have been doing it. It's like a normal thing. But there are things you do in Nigeria, you might actually go scot-free, because even if they get you, it's a different way. You understand? They might follow it in a different way. You can't really do it in other country and go scot-free. So this I'm urging to our fellow Nigerians, wherever you are, because I know that it's something you can do anywhere. Even if you're outside Nigeria, you can still practice it. You should understand that every state or every country has the rules or the laws that govern them and how they do their things. And these people are more rigid in decision making compared to Nigerians. In Nigeria, they might tell you that you go to jail and stay maybe 5 years. But at the end of the day, if you have your way, you might not even spend up to 6 months and you're out. But is it really possible to do that in a country like UK or US? If they say you have to spend 5 years, you spend 5 years. Now they are saying you may possibly go for 20 years jail term. Which, if it is what they have decided, that is how it will be. No matter the connection, no matter the money you think you have, you cannot actually buy your way out. That is how sad and that is how annoying it is. So let's start seeing how we can really do better for ourselves, how we can really do good for ourselves in Nigeria and make the country a better one. Nigeria is filled with corruption. It has been rooted deep into the country, the local communities, everywhere, you understand, is in a mess. Let's see how we can start thinking towards the betterment of the country, because we cannot keep, you understand, suffering this way. Because at the end of the day, every sector is now working. Tell me the sector that is doing well. No sector is working. The other time, when they went out to go on a protest, the Niger state actually came out and said they won't be part of it because the government actually gave them incentive for farming and all of that. That's cool. But is that the only thing that we should be celebrating? Is that the only thing that we should be rejoicing for? We have other states that still needs these same helping hands. Nigeria is too big. Nigeria is a country that is too large. I will not say it's difficult to rule because we have leaders in every state, even in local communities. Let's see how we can actually do better. Let's see how we can. I know that it's not even easy right now. It's difficult for everybody, but let's see how we can still play our roles as citizens of Nigeria. The government, their policies, they should follow the policies. Let the actions, you understand, speak louder. Not keep telling us that this will be implemented, this one. We are in 2024 and they are already telling you the budget of 2025. Fine, they're already making plans of 2027. Why not focus on the present and live there? But now they're focusing on the future. They tell you the things that they will do 2026 and 2027 has been put in place, and we are here in 2024 hearing the difficulty, seeing the difficulty in the country, and nothing has been done. So let's see how we can actually work for the betterment, togetherness. Let there be peace, let there be harmony in Nigeria, and you as a Nigerian citizen, see how you can actually do something for yourself. You get, because this is a wrong time for people to actually rely on other people. You can't rely on anybody right now. You should just do the needful for yourself and see how it can be better for you. Okay, this would be a good place to wrap up the show on the Wake Up Nigeria. Don't forget to follow us on our social media page. We are there on YouTube. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. Tell your friends to tell your friends to tell your friend about SRTV. We are still there on Facebook. We are still on Instagram, SRTV World, and also on Twitter. Tell more people about SRTV. And please don't forget to leave us with your thoughts. Let's get to know what you think. Let's get to know your thoughts about SRTV. Don't forget what I said. Keep watching SRTV. And stay careful out there. Bye.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured.